A major trade dispute has erupted between the United States and Canada after US President Donald Trump announced sweeping new tariffs of up to 50% on a wide range of Canadian imports. Well, the move is being seen as one of the toughest trade actions of Donald Trump's second term and could significantly strain economic ties between the two neighboring nations. Well, the White House said that the tariffs will come into effect 30 days after the announcement, leaving a window for negotiations before they are implemented. President Donald Trump accused Canada of unfairly discriminating against American products, particularly automobiles, alcohol, and dairy goods. And according to the White House, Canada imposed retaliatory tariffs after earlier US trade measures and has continued policies that limit market access for the American exporters. The administration said that the latest tariffs are intended to hold Canada accountable for what it describes as discriminatory trade practices. And in order to impose the new duties, Donald Trump signed 3 proclamations under Section 338 of the U.S. Tariff Act of 1930, a rarely used legal provision that allows the president to raise tariffs on the countries considered to be discriminating against American commerce. The administration turned to this law after the U.S. Supreme Court earlier ruled that certain tariffs imposed under emergency powers were not legally valid. And the new tariff package will affect a broad range of Canadian products, including automobiles, wine, alcoholic beverages, hockey sticks, cement, and several manufactured goods. And for the first time, some products previously protected under the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, or also known as USMCA, will also be subject to tariffs. However, key sectors such as energy products, potash, fish, and critical minerals have been exempted as they are considered strategically important for the U.S. economy. The White House also accused Canada of maintaining a 25% tariff on certain American-made vehicles that do not qualify under USMCA rules, and it further criticized restrictions imposed by several Canadian provinces on the sale of American alcoholic beverages and claimed that Canada has provided greater market access to the dairy products from the European Union than the United States. Well, reacting to the announcement, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney called the new tariffs a direct violation of the USMCA trade agreement. He said that Canada was prepared to intensify discussions with Washington to resolve the dispute through negotiations. Ontario Premier also warned that if the tariffs come into force, Canada should respond with equal countermeasures, saying that the country must reply tariff for tariff and dollar for dollar. Business groups have also expressed concern over the decision, as Candace, Chief Executive Officer of the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, described the tariffs as regrettable but urged both the governments to use the 30-day period to negotiate a solution and avoid a full-scale trade conflict. Economists warn that the tariffs could have consequences far beyond North America, and higher import duties may disrupt supply chains, increase manufacturing costs, raise consumer prices, and add fresh uncertainty to the global financial markets. Trade experts have also cautioned that businesses on both the sides of the border could face significant losses if the dispute escalates. And adding another layer to the controversy, the Donald Trump administration has also asked officials to examine whether additional tariffs should be imposed because smoke from Canadian wildfires affected air quality in parts of the US. And the comments came shortly after President Donald Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney attended the FIFA World Cup final, although officials clarified that no formal trade negotiations took place during the event. And with the 30-day implementation period now underway, all the eyes are on Washington and Ottawa to see whether diplomacy can prevent a major trade confrontation. And if the negotiations fail, the new tariffs could trigger one of the biggest economic disputes between the US and Canada in the recent years, affecting businesses, consumers, and global markets alike. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.